The 2024 Toyota Grand Highlander will grow for the third row. An all-new Toyota Grand Highlander SUV will make its global debut in 2023 at the Chicago Auto Show. Performance and legroom. That is what we are expecting from Toyota with its announced expansion of the Highlander SUV family, coming to the 2023 Chicago Auto Show. The newly dubbed 2024 Toyota Grand Highlander is a fresh take on the popular three-row SUV, an all-new and larger SUV designed to enhance family road trips, especially for those sitting in the third-row seats. Toyota has released a teaser ahead of the SUV's global debut set for February 8 on the eve of the auto show. From the only image we have, a rear shot, we see more dramatic rear lighting, with a long strip across the top of the SUV and double taillights on the ear side of Grand Highlander script in large letters, compared to the standard SUV. The featured trim in the teaser is a top-end platinum trim, so the new Grand Highlander lineup could mimic that of the existing Highlander, but potentially drop the lower trim. The other badging on the teaser is for Hybrid Max, which means the SUV has been electrified. The current Highlander is offered as a hybrid, but it's unclear what running gear the Grand will get for now. The Grand Highlander appears to mimic the new Toyota Crown, which offers two hybrid options. The Hybrid Max setup of the Crown uses a turbocharged four-cylinder that generates substantially more horsepower than the base hybrid option, which is aimed at fuel economy or performance. A plug-in hybrid could follow in the future. We have been expecting this announcement since Toyota made a trademark filing in Canada and the US for the Grand Highlander name back on December 4, 2020. The Grand Highlander will use the same TNGA-K platform, but it is an all-new model that will be longer, as opposed to just stretching the current Highlander to add needed cargo and rear seating space. The Grand Highlander will be more competitive with others in the segment, including the Kia Telluride and Hyundai Palisade, says Jack Hollis, Executive Vice President of Sales for Toyota Motor North America. Hollis says the Grand Highlander is all new sheet metal and could have had a new name, but customers are familiar with the Highlander name. The Grand Highlander does not follow the Jeep model, where the Wagoneer and Grand Wagoneer have the same dimensions but compete in different segments. The full-size Wagoneer competes against mainstream models, while the Jeep Grand Wagoneer, which costs about $30,000 more, is positioned more as a premium vehicle to take on higher-end SUVs from Lincoln and Cadillac. The Highlander model in the US dates back to 2001 and has been a stalwart of the Toyota family, now in its fourth generation. The Grand Highlander would slot in and be priced between the Highlander and the full-size, body-on-frame three-row Toyota Sequoia SUV. Hollis says the Grand Highlander could steal some sales from the Highlander, but that is okay. For the last 6 years, the Toyota Highlander has been the best-selling midsize SUV, which is no easy feat in such a competitive market. But to keep things interesting for the 2023 Highlander's refresh, Toyota is actually scaling back the non-hybrid model's horsepower with a new engine that instead brings a big boost in torque over the outgoing V6. The new Highlander ditches Toyota's old 3.5-liter V6, which offered 295 horsepower and 263 pounds-to-foot of torque, for a new turbocharged 2.4-liter i4 motor making 265 horsepower and 309 pounds-to-foot. While Toyota is quick to highlight the 17% increase in torque, we wonder how buyers will respond to such a drastic cut in horsepower and cylinder count, on paper. There are other advantages, though. The new engine is just as efficient as the outgoing V6 at 24 miles per gallon combined, while reducing NOx, MOG, and CO2 emissions. The new non-hybrid Highlander can now tow up to 5,000 pounds and features Toyota's trailer sway control system. Front-wheel drive is standard, but there are two different AWD systems available. LA and XLE trims offer an AWD system that can send 50% of torque to the rear wheels for limited slip situations. The sportier XSE, limited and platinum models get an upgraded AWD setup with torque vectoring, drive mode selection, and driveline disconnect, which can disengage the rear wheels to drive in a front drive mode for greater fuel economy when AWD isn't needed. The 2023 Highlander hybrid powertrain carries over for this model year, with 243 horsepower and 175 pounds-to-foot of torque. It's available with AWD and gets up to 36 mpg combined, and has a max tow rating of 3,500 pounds. Inside, the L and LE trims upgrade their 4.2-inch driver displays to Toyota's larger 7.0-inch unit for the new model year, and the XLE and XSE trims will be able to option a new 12.3-inch infotainment touchscreen running Toyota's latest UX, which we reviewed on the new Tundra pickup recently, and the setup comes standard on limited and platinum trims. Those last two trims also get another 12.3-inch digital instrument cluster that replaces the lower gray display, and standard power folding mirrors, too. The Highlander Hybrid's available Bronze Edition returns for the updated 2023 model year, and if you want a little more style on a non-hybrid, the updated XSE trim now comes exclusively with black 20 inches wheels, some exclusive styling touches, a twin exhaust tip, and sits on a specially tuned suspension setup with tuned steering for a sportier drive. The XSE, XLE, Limited, and Platinum trims also now all come with a hands-free power liftgate. Inside, the L and LE come standard with an 8-seater layout with a second-row bench seat, and the XLE and Limited are standard with a 7-seater, captain's chair second-row setup that can be swapped out for a bench if you want. The XSE, Limited and Platinum get the 7-seat layout with standard 3-zone climate controls. The XSE sports a red and black two-tone treatment that's available at no extra cost, and on all trims, the available wireless charging pad for devices has been moved from the center console out onto the instrument panel for easier access. With all the seats folded down, the Highlander offers up to 84.3 cubic feet of cargo space if you're not hauling people. The cabin is also equipped with 2 Type-C USB ports, 1 Type-A port up front, and 2 Type-C ports in the second row. A JBL premium audio system blasts 1,200 watts of power through 11 speakers, available on the XSE and standard on higher trims. A Wi-Fi subscription service with 4G connectivity is also available, turning the SUV into a mobile AT&T hotspot for devices to connect to. There's also Apple CarPlay and Android Auto connectivity, and the vehicle comes with a 3-month Sirius satellite radio subscription. Limited and Platinum models now come with standard acoustic glass on the front passenger windows, and all Highlander trims have been refined for better sound dampening and clearer conversation.